We are laying down, our legs are behind us, our arms are in front of us. We're nice and spread out, right? The reason we want to be spread out, we get surface lift and surface area, right? When we spread out, we're going to get more lift. So we want to just be nice and wide, be nice and relaxed, try to hold still as best you can, but you should look something like this. And I'm thinking of me as more of like a lifeguard while we're in there. I want to get in there with you guys and let go, let you guys fly around. I'll be there just to keep you off the glass, you know, keep it from going too high. And I'm adjusting the wind speed just to make sure we stay at a great level. But when we're in there, there's a couple of things that we want to keep in mind. We want to make sure the body stays nice and straight, right? We don't want to get in there super crooked. We don't want to get in there kind of moving around too much. We really want to just hold still as much as you can. Think of like swimming. It's kind of like floating. You just want to float. Be nice and chill, right? We don't want to try to fly. Does that make sense? Be in there, be chill, try and hold still as much as you can. We're going to go over the entrance first. So after we get all of our gear, we're going to get on the inside of the wind tunnel. And we have benches in there. It's just you two. So when we get in there, it's one at a time. Make sure we're just staying seated when you're not flying, okay? And I'll call you up right to that open door. And once you stand at that door, I want you guys to stand in this position right here. The reason we're gonna stand in this position, it's the easiest way to get in. We're just gonna hold our flying position. I'm gonna give you guys a thumbs up, and then all I want you to do is just trust fall. You're gonna think about just laying forwards. And as you lay forwards, that wind is gonna start picking you up. I'm gonna be there to help you in, and then we're going to go to the center of the tunnel, okay? And once we're in the center of the tunnel, here's where I can make some adjustments if I need to. All right, we're gonna go over some of those adjustments in the form of hand signals. So if I notice your legs are a little bit bent, this could cause us to lose a little bit of lift. We might not want that. So I'm gonna tell you this. What does that mean? Straighten our legs, exactly. Yeah, straighten our legs. Because if our legs are bent, we lose a little bit of lift. I'm gonna say, hey, I want you to straighten them. Boom, boom. That's gonna fix that problem. All right, now that we have our legs straight, we have more lift. Maybe they're too straight, and I need you to bend them. I'm gonna use bent legs. All right, so think about straight legs, bent legs. That's kind of the difference there. Once you see bent legs, think of a very small bend. Key word is small, right? What we don't want is to just drop those legs. Okay, so let's try to keep our legs straight. Let's try to keep our legs wide. We don't want to have our legs too close, kind of shaped like a hot dog, right? You're not gonna fly that way. So just try to keep those legs shoulder width apart. That's pretty much good there. Just try to keep them there. It's gonna stabilize your hips, okay? So we went over 2 hand signals, legs straight and legs bent. We're gonna go over the next one. If I see you flying like this, all right, this is not a good position for our body. We're looking down the entire time. We're not as stable. It might cause us to wobble, all right? So if we're looking down, I'm gonna use this. This just means look up, keep your chin up, right? Don't look down. Make sure we're looking up. We want to fix that posture, right? Try to look forwards as you're flying. You don't want to get in there and turn all the way around, right? You just want to look forwards, all right? So keep that in mind when you see chin up, all right? This next one's more of a behavior. If we're in there wiggling around, we can't hold still, I'm going to use this one. It just means relax, be calm, all right? Be nice and chill. We don't want to get in there going crazy. We just want to hold still. All right, so think about just being chill when you see that. If you see this, it just means great job, right? Keep doing what you're doing. And if you don't like it, what do you give to me to get out of the tunnel? There you go. Thumbs down is like, hey, I don't like it, and then I'll get you guys right out. Okay? Let's do a little recap. I'll call you up to the door. You stand up nice and tall. Hold that jumping jack. I'll give you that thumbs up, and then you're going to lay down. Okay, now that we're in the tunnel, our legs are behind us nice and straight, our body's nice and straight, our chin is up. We're gonna go over those arms a little bit more. For the arms, we wanna make sure that they are in front of us, right? That's the first thing we want. The second thing, make sure they're high enough so that you can slightly see your palms. You don't want your hands too low or too far out. You wanna make sure they're a little bit above your eyes. We also wanna make sure that the elbows are bent and out like wings, right? What you don't want is your arms to be straight. You want to bend them, and you don't want the elbows down. Okay, so think about first like a chicken, right? Keep the elbows out, keep those hands up, try to keep them so you can see your palms. And from here, if I need to adjust your hands, I'll give you guys very small adjustments by tapping your hand, and I'll move my hand around, and you're gonna copy that with both of your hands, right? Think of very small movements, so we don't wanna be in there moving crazy, okay? Really, really slow. But you should look something like this guy right here, all right? And once we're in the tunnel, we each have double high flights, meaning we're gonna go up on both of our turns. The last 30 seconds of your turn, you're gonna feel me grab on to your flight suit, and then we're gonna increase the wind speed. We're gonna go all the way up to that silver ring. All you guys have to do, be nice and chill. You kind of see in the video right up there, I'm doing all the work. You guys just smile, right? Let the drool kind of fly around a bit, and we're gonna go up and down.